We've got a sensitivity crisis on our hands. Way too many creators are out here hyping high sens numbers. Unrealistic settings that'll hurt your gameplay more than help it. Matter of fact, if your sensitivity is above 40% and you're not seeing any real improvement, this video is your dang intervention. It starts with a tale as old as time, the tortoise and the hare. A slow but steady tortoise races an overconfident hare. That's gotta be GG's for the tortoise, right? Spoiler alert, the tortoise wins. The moral of the story, slow and steady wins the race. And it wins fights too. Before I get into my personal recommendations, let's talk about why lower sensitivity is so valuable. Low Sens gives you more efficient tracking. Your long-range game becomes way more stable. You're not stuck overcorrecting or constantly wrestling with your aim. Instead, you hit a natural flow between your opponent's movement and your tracking precision. Now, the most common argument against low sens is, you won't be able to react fast enough in close quarters. That's a lazy take, and it completely ignores how modern movement mechanics actually work. Simple techniques like strafe aiming are essential in that 5 to 25 meter zone. Now, strafe aiming is when you combine side-to-side movement with steady aim control to track targets while dodging their shots. Sliding while tracking takes it a step further. Use a slide to close the gap or shift lanes. Then cancel that slide the moment your crosshairs align with the target, stabilizing your shot before you slide past that window of opportunity. Think of it like a triple threat stance. You stay ready to shoot, dodge, or reposition, whatever the fight demands next. So what settings could help you strike the perfect balance between movement and aim? Head into your Fortnite settings, then jump to the 8th tab under the controller icon. This is where the magic happens. Step 1. Set your slide hold time to the lowest value. This lets you slide without sprinting, giving you that slithery, snake-like control in fights. It's also great for stamina management, between fights or during escapes. I'll zero slide to save stamina, but if things get spicy, I'm sprinting like a napkin in the wind. Next, scroll down and toggle advanced options to on. This unlocks precision control over your look and ADS speeds. Scroll a little further to advanced look sensitivity. This is how fast your camera pans left and right. Start at 28% horizontal and vertical. As your movement improves, scale it down in increments of 1 to 2% until you find your comfort zone. I run 24%, but that comes from years of mastering movement and counterplay. Now let's talk aim down sight speed. This controls how fast your weapon moves while aiming in. Aim down sight should always be set lower than look speed, because you only ADS when your crosshairs are closing in on the target. That's when precision matters most. On the lineup just before you start to fire. Think of ADS as a precision brake, slowing things down just enough to let aim assist do its thing. Personally, I run 11% horizontal and vertical ADS. Now in case you missed it, I keep both my look and ADS boost at 0%. Boost adds unnatural acceleration that throws off your muscle memory, especially when you're under pressure. Next is scope speed multiplier. This only affects scoped weapons. I use 0.89. It gives you tighter control in long-range fights, while still allowing decent tracking speed in mid-range. Now, for the hottest debate of them all, look input curve. Some players swear by linear, but if you're trying to combine movement with aim stability, exponential's the move. Linear is like yanking the steering wheel on a sharp turn. Expo is like gliding into the curve with control. The further you pull the stick, the faster your aim ramps up, and that pairs beautifully with the natural acceleration from sliding. Since I use my right stick for both sliding and aiming, Expo gives me that buttery transition between movement and precision. No hitch, no panic, just flow. Finally, let's talk controller dead zones. You want just enough tension for control, but not so much that your aim feels stiff. Too low and your aim is feeling loose. Too high and you're driving a dump truck. I found the sweet spot at 14% on both the left and right sticks. Now before I bounce, I highly recommend checking out my movement videos. They'll act as your guide for learning advanced movement. And believe me, it pairs like peanut butter and jelly with a low sens setup. Link to my most recent one is in the title below. Now, I want to hear from you. What sensitivity are you running? And are you Team Linear or Team Expo? Drop it in the comments. I'm always down to hear what's working for y'all.